Mike, a little warning would be nice.
What time is it? Game time! Woo!
What is going on, boys? It's your boy, Nostalgia. Actually, it's just me tonight. So Mike was here. I don't know where he is anymore. He decided that he was going to dip out. P-Dubs also decided that he is too good for the show. And Carl said he might come. He might not come. He's going to be late. He might not be late. Nobody really knows with Carl. So you guys are kind of stuck with me. I hope that's okay. So we'll just get started. I don't know. Mike threw a bunch of topics up. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I wasn't kidding. It's just me here, boys. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, we got some people.
Hey, what's going on, kids?
Oh, this was shaping up to be the worst episode of Super Game Room Dudes ever, but we felt bad, so we joined him. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Super Game Room Dudes. It's Friday night. We're facing our stiffest competition ever. YouTube is pulling out all the stops to take down the Super Game Room Dudes, even putting us up against the NFL, but nothing can take down the Game Room Dudes. Not hatred, not ugliness, not rumors, nothing. The Super Game Room Dudes will live forever.
You see there's a game on right now?
Yeah, sorry, Fox.
Oh, all right, man. I'll see you later.
Sorry, guys.
So it's Friday night. The whole idea, Fox, was we were going to get everybody together because we've taken a couple of weeks off. So we were going to talk about the last 2 weeks because not a lot of us have been on YouTube. But then Patrick at the last minute was like, yeah, I'm just not going to come. I'm P-Dubs. I'm the mayor. I ain't going to show up to my own show anymore. So P-Dubs backed out. Carl's in the wind. No one knows where Carl is. Mm-hmm. So then I reached out and I said, dear God, Fox, save us. You're our only hope. You came in. Nostalgia is here once again. I'm excited because I'm going to be visiting my buddy Nostalgia, not next Friday, but the Friday after that. We're going to be in TO together, tearing it up, having non-alcoholic cocktails at the Zanzibar. It's going to be amazing.
Nice. Oh, I can't wait. Hey, listen, make sure that he's actually going to be there, though, Mike, because last time I came to the TO, he just disappeared.
He's like that.
That's kind of true a little bit. Yeah.
He was like, I'm totally going to be there. Just kidding. I'm not.
Okay, so and you know what? You know how bad I feel about that? I still talk to my wife about that today. I'm still like, he came down. He's almost never in Canada. I had an opportunity to meet with him, and I just couldn't because of a work situation.
It's okay. I just buried it all deep down inside.
You know what?
I'll never bring it up again.
Fox, here's the thing, though. You have an opportunity in 2 weeks to come up to Toronto and spend it with both. Not just me. I can understand why that isn't really that appealing.
Some hard feelings. Yeah.
Me and Mike at the same time.
So you'll both ghost me. I'll just be
pretty much.
Yeah,
both of you will just lie. Get me to show up and then gone.
Guys,
Carl, what's up?
Guys, a minute. We've got to do this properly. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only. He's late, but that doesn't mean he's not great. Hailing from Detroit, Michigan, the one, the only Detroit Love. Take it away, Carl.
What up, YouTube? It's your boys. Man, they got me right at like 10-2. Like, we got emergency. We got to get these files over to the bank. So it's crazy. But hey, I made it. What I miss? I'm what?
Nothing. We just didn't.
Just complaining. Yeah.
Fox is complaining that I don't visit him. Now I'm complaining that he's not coming to visit us. So it's kind of like
we're all just bitter old women.
That's right.
Really quickly, Mystery Encoder was all over Discord earlier telling P-Dubs to start the show early. He's still very confused by the fact that P-Dubs does nothing with this show, has no real input, just kind of shows up and takes over.
Well, somebody's going to be a badass, Mike.
What?
Somebody's got to be a badass, and he is.
That's right. Mayor. That's right. He is the mayor.
Lonely at the top.
All right, guys. So we got a lot of fun stuff to get to tonight. I don't know about fun stuff. Like it's been pretty boring in the home arcade community for the last little while. So I sent out the topics earlier, and Nostalgia was like, "Oh, these topics are rough. Whoa. Can we just spend 2 hours talking about some random handheld coming from China?" And I was like, "No. The people want home arcade news. We got to give it to them."
Almost all of that is true. Almost all of it.
Yeah. So
I wanted to just talk about Zanzibar. That's pretty much it.
Well, we could talk about Zanzibar.
Nobody understands what we're talking about but you and me. So that's okay.
Just scantily clad women right across from the hotel.
It's the Canadians.
It's fine. All right. So we got to say hello to the people in the chat. That's what people want. They want their shout outs. If you want a shout out in the chat, say it now or forever hold your peace. We've got Nostalgia here. What an amazing thing. We got Nostalgia here. Console Kits is here. I think he's just here to report back to John whether or not we talk about the eras, but that's Console Kits. It's good to see you, Justin. Justin actually just informed me that he hates me. So, that's something I'm going to have to deal with.
It's also
MG's
really easy
here.
to do.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
I get it. Yeah.
MG's here. I hope we talk about Iconic Arcade for 3 hours again. Oh, you salty Englishman. Fourth Horseman's here. Mystery Encoder, Vic Vicious, Mike Hawkhertz, the Mumpkin Real Raw. I don't know what I did there. JJ wants to ask us about the IndyCar race moving to Markham. That Nostalgia might be better for you. Wagner's Tech Talk is here. Retro Arcade Trooper, Sir Sega, Jason Little Aliens in the booth, taking care of business. Jeremy K is here. Bill's Retro Gaming Show. He has a serious arcade show that he does every week. Check that out. Billy Woods Mods, Chris Ford, Brian G, John Fritz, Matt Asher Gaming's here. Who else we got? James hates everything, doesn't really actually hate anything. Paul Mindeman is here. Who else we got? Gramps Arcade. Adam Kalb is here. Retro Arcade Trooper, I might have said already. Piranha Hypercar, that's a new name. Haven't seen you before. Stock Jock's here, who loves our rock intro. Quentin is here. Wagner, I mentioned earlier. Sir Sega, I think I mentioned earlier. Rebel's here. Doing great, brother. Good to see you, Rebel. Elio, the real Zim. Nova Sonic. Jim, the Pacers fan. Oh, man, there's a lot of people here. Thank you so much, guys. I know football's exciting, but, we're something else that's also on YouTube at the same time. Steve Sale is here. Fat Hog 13. Brian G. I think we got Calvin Wong. I don't want to miss anybody. That's everybody, guys. We can get started. If I missed your name, you should have said it earlier. There you go.
Did you miss the fourth horseman?
I might have. Fourth Horseman is here. That is Death. The fourth rider of Apocalypse is, in fact, Death.
I see Steve Sales in the house. What up?
I said hello to Steve Sale.
Don't forget about Dick Watson. That's right, Dick Watson.
Dick Watson. See, Billy Woods knows how to do this. You just put football on the other screen, and then we can get through our bullshit.
They're playing in Brazil. It doesn't count.
Yeah, they're not playing on the beach.
Yeah.
Brazil.
Who's playing right now?
Doesn't matter.
Kansas City and the LA
matters.
Chargers.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Come on. Kansas City, they lost. They went to the Super Bowl and lost. They're the first loser. Actually, the first loser was Dallas yesterday.
No, the first loser
How that works.
was Spit. Spit was the first loser.
No. Spit took the front row seat there. It took the spotlight.
That was
It had its
silly.
moment to shine.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we were off the airwaves last weekend. It was the long weekend. I had to go to my cabin. I wasn't going to be able to be on the show anyways. So that specifically is for Bill's Retro Gaming Show and MG. I have a cabin, so I just want you guys to know that. But I couldn't make it. What did you guys do during the long weekend? Like nostalgia,
family reunion.
a family reunion.
Nostalgia, and everybody was in town, so it was a great time over on Belle Isle. And my mom and my siblings and everybody was here, so it was a good time.
Belle Isle.
We got to all see us in our skinny bodies together, instead of
Oh, nice.
on online.
Did you bring your silk pajamas to sleep over on Belle Isle?
I did, but they were too big, so I tried to get somebody to fit in.
You gotta get some new ones.
Nice.
I have to get small now.
Nostalgia, I assume that this is your normal nightly activity. That's what you did last weekend when you weren't on the show. You sat in your basement in the dark and cried?
Yeah, it's literally exactly what I did, and it was a good time. You should try it sometime, Mike.
Did you get any couch time in over the weekend?
What's that?
On the casting couch? Is that retired now?
No, it's still there. It's still here. It's still here. And I've got
Everybody-
the Batman situation kind of right in front of it.
I'm sick of this. Everybody confuses Nostalgia's couch and thinks that he's involved in some kind of porn show called Fake Casting Couch. And it's disgusting, frankly, that Nostalgia gets named with that. He wouldn't debase himself with such low class activities as Fake Casting Couch. No, Nostalgia actually runs Fake Taxi, the other porn channel.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to get that straight. Yeah.
Yes, that
Yes.
is all true.
What'd you actually do last weekend?
I actually don't think I did very much. No, I think we just kind of stayed home, spent some time with family, and that was that. Yeah, we didn't do a whole lot.
You guys get Monday off too?
We had Monday off, yeah.
What day was that? Was that Labor Day as well? What was it called?
Yeah.
Labor Day.
Carl,
they
we
steal
work in
American
Canada,
holidays.
Yeah, but you guys spell labor wrong, so it don't really count.
Yeah. It's labor.
Yeah, we spell
We add
labor
a U,
wrong.
right?
The rest of the world spells it with a U, but the U.S. spells it with OR, so everybody else is wrong.
That's because we're working so hard. We don't have time for that extra letter. Damn, guys, come on. We got work to do. Damn.
Fox,
if you were working so hard, you wouldn't have time to spell it.
Exactly.
Fox, I heard a rumor last weekend that you hunted the greatest sport of all. Man, is there any truth to that?
It is, and also the greatest love of all. So it's they go hand in hand. The killing, yes.
Yeah.
No, I spent 28 hours in a car. I went 14 hours to go see my parents in Texas because it was my mom's birthday, and she had such a great time in the arcade with my Silver Strike pedestal. I found one locally and got it on a good deal, fixed it up, and drove it down to her installed it, and we had a good time. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
she just is obsessed with that, and her and my dad were playing, and it was a good time.
That's awesome, man. I love
Yeah, it was
stories
fun.
like that.
It was fun. Well, I just, it's like you get a little bit older, they're in their mid to late 60s, and it's just an easy game to play. They have a lot of fun with
they're
it.
pretty
And
young there.
what's that?
They're pretty young. I didn't realize.
Oh,
that.
yeah, they're pretty young. Yeah, they had me when they were 12. And so it's it's in Texas, so it's all legal. It's fine.
Oh my God. Nostalgia's already ready to leave. All right, guys, let's get started with the show. We're going to do this fast and efficiently like German sex. Let's get through this. So first off, let's talk about the big news, well, sort of, from the last 2 weeks, and that was Iconic Arcade. Iconic Arcade finally gave us an answer on the artwork survey, and number 3 won. So they are going to be changing the original artwork. They're going to something that's a little bit better. Let me see if I can get that artwork survey up for you guys to check out so you can see it for yourself. I know no one else is going to do any work, so I'll see if I can get it up.
Oh, that's what she said.
Yeah, there we go, Carl.
Someone's bitches. All right. So I forgot to go into 2 screens before, so I apologize about this.
All right, man. It's not like anyone's waiting. It's fine.
In your time.
No.
No problem.
So here are the official poll results. Number 1 was the original artwork, and I took umbrage with it because I thought the big Street Fighter 2 sideways on the cab was a bit ostentatious. I did say I'm an advocate for original art, so they did offer that option. Then number 4, which is the same as number 3, just with black on the side and none of the asphalt. Then number 5, where it just took the Street Fighter off altogether, and then a black version of that. Very close race between the original artwork and the overall winner, which was number 3. But the funny thing is, when we shoot to the renders here in a minute, this still isn't the final look for the cab. It's slightly different as the cab is a little bit taller, so that Street Fighter 2 isn't overlapping the picture, but number 3 was the winner. What are your guys' takes on that? That they came through, they stuck to their word, they held a poll for the pre-order holders and actually moved forward with changing the artwork.
I demand a recount, and if no recount is done, I'm gonna say that this is a scam. It was a hoax. It was
Ringing
rigged.
Chads. It was definitely rigged. I think all the smart people say that it's rigged. Of course they do. The smartest people. I think that this proves one thing, and it's kind of sad. Because we are big advocates of original art, we are obviously out of touch with the current generation, and now we're also out of touch with the arcade community.
So, Fox, you wanted number 2?
I wanted number 2, yeah.
I wanted number 2 as well.
Place.
Yeah, you guys are both dummies. What a dumb choice.
Yeah. Listen, imagine having to live with that shame, that guilt. It's a big burden to bear, Steven.
I can imagine. I feel bad for you guys. It's a lot of weight to carry. You guys are probably sweating just,
And I welcome your
walking
pity
around the house.
Well,
Carl, what are your thoughts?
I would imagine that most people could give a shit. Just give me the damn cabinet. That's what they're voting for.
That's
Just
fair.
give me the cabinet. I don't care what it looks like. You guys been promising this thing. Where's it at? Come on, give it to me.
Yeah.
I don't think any of these are that drastically different where it's going to make much of a difference. But I'm sure the people want to get the cabinet, however it looks.
All right, so that was the poll result, and then we did get actual renders of the cabinets. If you guys give me a second, I will pull those up for you.
When you say renders of the cabinet, are they actual images of the real cabinet, or are these 3D
renders of the real cabinet?
Computer generated magic.
Okay, so it's really no different than what we just voted on, because those were also renders.
Different angles.
No. They are different. As you can see, the artwork again on the World Warrior is slightly different. They wanted to show what the cabs would look like because they mentioned they did the redesign. They're going to have a wider bezel to accommodate the 24-inch screen. The control panel looked a little bit different on some of the renders they put out there, so they wanted to show it still had that classic HS1, right? HS1 shape. Yes. So this is the final look at what these cabinets are going to look like. And the big takeaway, which I think we might have talked about a couple of weeks ago, was we now have a 24-inch control panel with width. So it's going to be comparable width-wise with a full-size arcade cabinet. Two people should actually be able to play on this.
Shenanigans.
What do you mean shenanigans? It's the same size as a real arcade panel.
Shenanigans. No. You'll have to prove it. I'll need to see one in person with a review unit, John D.
I agree.
Well, that's fair.
Send
Send Nostalgia review unit. Honestly, I think it's about time. Just 1 second, Carl. Sorry about this, but I want to make Nostalgia full screen for a second, guys.
No.
Remove from stage.
No.
But John, you got to help this brother out. Look at this. Look at this background. He just has an ALU. It's looking pretty sad back there. John, help him out. Send him a review unit. Nostalgia is basically down to one arcade. His cred is gone.
I'm e-begging you. Please send me a review unit, and I'll shield the snot out of it.
Steven deserves better.
I do.
He does.
He wants the Linus Tech Tips deal. Send him a review unit and $65,000.
I think that's fair. I think that's the going rate.
Cabinets would you want Nostalgia as a review?
I would want. Ooh, that's a good question. I think I would go for the Alpha.
Yeah, I figured that. You're more of a modern guy.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Now, does both the same games on each cabinet?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just artwork that's different.
I must say, either one of these cabinets looks way better than my Big Blue. I really do not like the Big Blue shape. You know, the Arcade1Up Big Blue.
I liked Big Blue, but I understand where you're coming from. Like, P-Dubs very accurately called out earlier, it looked kind of like an ice scraper, like with its width and stuff like that. There was certain things I really liked about it. I liked the authenticity they were going for, even though it still was in the 3/4 scale. There were some things I really didn't like about it. Where my arcades were so tightly packed, that control panel was so low. I honestly had to put it on an end because otherwise I couldn't play on the player one because my hand was constantly jamming up against the other arcades. So a lot of problems with that Big Blue. And I hated like the flourishes, the artwork flourishes they did. Like on the front panel, they put that weird picture of like M. Bison with Ryu in front of it. Like I don't like stuff like that. Like you make a cab so authentic and then you add this like stupid artwork to it. That's one of the things I always hated. Like if I had to go back in history, talk about my most disappointing Arcade1Up cabs, it would probably be the Yoga Flame and what was the other one? Hadouken cab.
Shinku Hadouken.
Shinku Hadouken. Like whoever came up with the idea that people don't want arcades, they just want cool artwork that you can play arcades on, is an absolute moron. So yeah, that's my standpoint on that. Of course, it's only an opinion, not a fact, but I will say it again.
Carl, which one did you say you wanted? If you had to pick?
If I would get the Alpha.
Yeah.
Good choice, Carl.
Yeah.
Good choice.
There
It's
are
the only right
smart
choice.
people on this panel.
Yeah.
Who's
the
one that's not?
The one who's going for the monstrosity to the right.
I might not.
What?
Yeah, no, I
After you make them change the artwork?
Yeah, well, I made Glenn put a 26-inch monitor in his, and I didn't get that either. So no,
you just impose your will and walk away.
No, I am very interested, but again, pre-order is going to open up soon, and it depends on pre-orders. Like, there's a magic number on whether or not I'm going to buy this or not. I mean, if the pre-orders open back up and they're like, "Hey, we raised it up $200, and you got to pay shipping." Nah, I'll be, I'll say, yeah, my Capcom Deluxe is fine. My Street Fighter Deluxe, I'm good with that. But if it's the same price pre-order, still free shipping, yeah, I'm definitely interested in grabbing it. And Street Fighter 2: The World Warrior. I mean, I love that. I forget what the actual term is. I think it's like this. I forget the term. I'm going to say something, and people will take this out of context. But it's almost like got that tribal artwork and stuff there on the.
Mike,
is that the right term?
Why would you use that word?
Is that the wrong term? I don't know.
Yes, that's the wrong term. It's indigenous artwork. Thank you very much.
Okay, sorry. Is that what it is? Is it indigenous
artwork? No, I'm lying. I'm joking. No, you're
I don't know what it is.
Tribal tattoos from the early 2000s. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I love that. I used to love looking at Cool Toy. Used to have this, the real version of this in his home. I absolutely love it. So, yeah, there we go.
Tell us more, Mike.
I don't really have anything more to say about it. Other than that, we're still waiting for the pre-orders to open back up to find out if there's going to be any differences with pricing. We don't have a date when we can expect these. Some people are throwing up, comments like, when are these coming out? Are they going to be in October when they promised? Are they going to be even later in the year? No one knows at this point. So, it's good to see a step forward, but still, a lot of answers still out there. A lot of questions, still left unanswered, and hopefully we get some more news soon.
There is a couple people who does know when this is coming out. John D would know when this is coming out.
Yeah.
As an example. Yep. So not nobody, somebody. But also, what I think John has missed the mark on is he put out this big voting poll for artwork on the Street Fighter 2 cab.
Yep.
And that was really great. And I like all the different options that he put in there. Some original, some kind of remixed, and something that's like a little bit more modern style artwork. They should have done the same with Alpha. I think what they need to do, completely redesign it. They need to give us full 3D animation. They need to... maybe throw a Mega Man on there or something just to tie in that Capcom love. I don't know. Something like that. I think that's the way to go. Mike, you'd agree with that, right?
Yeah, I see a lot of people here in the chat asking us to move on. And in typical Mike B fashion, whenever anybody asks me to do anything, I say no. And now I'm going to double down, and we're going to talk about it for another half hour, you jerks.
I am encouraged by one thing, and it's still an unknown, so I don't know. Because I talked to Bobby Vu, and he sent me some pictures of his second generation, the version 2 of those prototype cabs that he built for
Double Dragon?
Arc 6 and more. Yeah, the Double Dragon cabs. He's using the monitor that they're going to use for the new cabs. He took a picture, and he's got 23 and a half inches. But then they were talking about 23 and 3/4 inches between the side panel to side panel. That interior dimension is what I'm talking about. The reason why that's important is because it's very, very tight, but I think you could do it. I think you could put a Unico 26-inch in this cabinet.
But why?
Because it's an extra 1/4 inch. It's a lot.
It's bigger.
Extra 1/4 inch is way bigger.
To go from 19 to 26 inches.
Yeah, but why would anybody want to support Unico? Like, we weren't even.
Oh, that's a valid question. That's a valid question.
Yeah, like, it was
I like
just
to work Unico.
So weird.
I like to work Unico into every conversation. Unico. No, but that width gives you that option. It gives
almost
you
like
that
we have a
option.
Unico employee on the panel today.
Nostalgia said that.
Yeah,
Nostalgia. When I told him, I said Fox is going to fill in, and he's like, I am out then because, I've heard some rumors about Fox working with Iconic. So yeah. I mean, honestly, there are people that are going to want to mod this. Iconic is saying they're going to have arcade. Not arcade accurate controls, but they're going to be as good as the ones in the AtGames Legends Ultimate, which is good. But there's still people going to get this that want to throw in, competition grade buttons. Yeah. They're going to want to mod it, depending on what games are on it. Someone might want to put a Final Fight skin on it. Someone might want to put a Punisher skin on it. Who knows? So all kinds of modding opportunities.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that goes back to price point though. If it's saying, like, to your point, if it's going to cost $700 and $100 to ship it to Canada, like, nobody's going to want to spend that much money to mod something. It has to have everything we want in it. But eventually down the road, whether you keep it, you get bored with it, you want to do a modification, or you buy it secondhand, it's cool. The potential is there for that when they go with that width. So that's exciting.
Here we go. And I wouldn't mind someone making a more authentic coin door for it. One thing about the coin door, I want to say again, coin door is going to be molded plastic, but it's going to have the light up coin button slots. Coin button slots aren't going to work, so it's not like the Pro, but it is going to have light up coin slots. So that's
you could probably cut in a real one.
Yeah.
I mean, it would take a little bit of modification. I'm sure there's probably some cross members that go behind where the coin door is, but if you wanted it bad enough, you could cut one in yourself.
That's what I do.
Damn right.
MG is now text messaging me trying to use reverse psychology to make me stop talking about Iconic, but I say
he's saying keep
more
talking
Iconic
about it.
talk.
Hour 2.
Honestly, there's not that much more to say about it. Like, this information came out. We didn't cover it on Super Game Room Dudes. I kind of want to get 4 of us to get together and give us our thoughts on it. But, P-Dub's fucked off. So you got what you got.
It still comes down to the basic thing. Like, I mean, and Steve kind of made a joke about it, but he's onto something there. This is just a image, right? It's not even the actual cabinet. I mean, when are we going to see that? I keep talking about the UI, but I'd like to see something, a little video of the UI, and how do you navigate through menus? How do you how do you select the game? What does that look like? How does it play? Is it quick? Is it fast? What is it? There's a lot of details still out there. So this stuff is nice, but I think you got to have a little more, especially now that we are in September and next month is the ship date.
Well, are they going to be here for the ship date, or is that going to be delayed again?
That is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Wouldn't someone have this cabinet just for quality assurance, right?
No.
Yes.
Right. So these videos should be able to release something about it if you're actually this close to release. I mean, obviously, when Arcade1Up came out, we didn't, it was the mystery, it just appeared, but we're in a different era. Similar to the Wonderland Pinball, how they're kind of giving you these details as you go along. I think that's what this community would expect in 2025, is that you should be able to give some information about more information about these devices.
Yeah,
especially
100%.
Pre-sales are coming out to encourage people to say, hey, look, this is what you want to have. To not do that is hurting yourself.
Carl, I don't disagree with you, but if you look at every single company that does this, none of them do it. Like, we've seen nothing from Basic Fun. Arcade1Up just randomly drop cabs. There's no news. They just drop them now, like no lead up. And I mean, I don't expect anything different from my company.
That's different with Arcade1Up. That's the standard PCB. I mean, what else there to show? This is
why do you think Iconic's going to be different? Iconic is just fucking Arcade1Up under a different name. So is Basic Fun. All these companies are the same shit.
I think the difference is we got Arcade1Up just kind of they're just going right to retail, right? So they're not really trying to get community backing or just go direct to customer. They're satisfying their retail partners. So maybe that's a little bit why they're a little bit different. But with this, and to Carl's point, like, where's the gold sample? Where's this is it. Let's put this in production. Why can't we see that? If that's not ready now in September, I mean, and maybe it is, I don't know, but I haven't seen any proof of it. And I don't know if you have, but if that's not ready now, that's what you have to have before you can ramp up production. And then how long does production take? And then you got to put it in a box. You got to put it on ship, and it's got to come over here. And I don't know, guys.
Yeah, I mean, you're missing a golden opportunity. I mean, this was built out of the community. It's built from the community. To exclude the community from that aspect just seems backwards to me. If I was involved with it, I would definitely do it that way.
Paul says Fox is 100% right. Direct to consumer is very different than Arcade1Up or Basic. There's even more reason to communicate. I don't know if Iconic, let's see if Iconic really is this company that is saying they are. That we listen to the fans. This is built for fans and stuff like that. Because those are great slogans. But let's see if this is the truth. Like you guys are saying, if this is a different company, then they should be held to higher standards. That's basically what you guys are saying. So fucking do it.
I'm not saying I'm saying that their method of bringing it to the masses or to the consumer is different. As far as the company is concerned, yeah, you're right. This could be just slogans and paper thin alibis and just garbage. I have no idea, but their method of bringing it to the customer is different. So that's the only reason why I say that. I think that's why it would just go. It would just show up.
I don't know if it is different, and I'm not trying to shit on Iconic, but here's the thing: Iconic, they're like, oh, this is direct to consumer, but it's still going through Spreetail, who's the same person that sells Arcade1Up. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? And right. It's not like John doesn't have a plan to get into retail. Like, this is all bullshit. If Costco came to Iconic tomorrow, John D would be like, how many cabs you want? Like, he's not going to be like, no, I'm not trying to make money. I'm doing this for the fans.
No, I agree with that. Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Mike, you're really screwing up my chances of getting a review unit here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You gotta cool it, man. We gotta talk only positively about this company.
Turn down the heat, brother.
That's it.
But I'm not talking negatively about it. I'm just saying that, the standard for this stuff has been what you guys are talking about, like asking for a golden sample and all that stuff.
Yes.
That hasn't been there. Even when golden samples were promised, like Twisted Chris, I will always go back to this example. The day he got his, demo Killer Instinct to do all the testing and proving, they were already shipped. So no matter what he found out or any problems he had, it's too late. The entire
but I guarantee you that Best Buy and Walmart got to see a sample. They got to see something before they bought it. So there was something ready for them, but retailers were their customer. And this is a little bit different. To your point, you're 100% right. Spreetail is going to be the retail outlet that does this. Has Spreetail seen anything? If they've seen a device, a thing, show that off. If they haven't, I guess they're just going off blind faith, I guess.
No, but John is very weird with review units. Like if your name's Retro Ralph, you're going to get one from John. That's how he always did it.
Well,
but if your name's not, he'd always be like, who would be the best? This person, because one time they went to the arcade and they were doing this, and I think they would really know, and people would trust their opinions.
I mean, the best one would be like if you have one to give away, you go to like Metal Jesus Rocks. You go to somebody with a huge, massive following. If you want to get as many eyeballs on your product as possible, that's who you go to. So, okay, we're probably not going to get one, but that doesn't really.
I'm fine buying my own. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, as far as a business decision, I think it doesn't. I mean, I think if it was me, I would do the same thing. I would go for the big guys. Multi-million sub channels. That's who you want to get your product.
They've got what's his name in tow. Not someone who's paid either. That's the rough thing because they've got a good relationship with Justin Wong, but. Is he going to tell us if something's really wrong with the cab, or is he just going to take the check and go, right?
Yeah, that's always a tough one.
And for all the people saying this stupid stuff about John D took your money, I can't tell you how stupid you are. Like
he did take their money. He did take their money. He took their down payment.
Money. John D took Lenovo's money. Lenovo took your money. So if anybody's going to rob you, it's Lenovo. He already got paid.
No, I mean he took. If you break it all the way down, yes, they took your money. What are you going to get for your money? That's the most basic of questions, and I agree with that sentiment 100%.
No. If I'm a pre-order holder and I've already paid, I 100% agree with that statement. For people that were never getting this, just what a dumb statement.
And that's those people. That's just white noise. But for the people that I mean, if they take your money, you are owed information on the product that you just pre-ordered, and that's been what I've been saying for a while. So generically speaking, I understand your motivations of some people. I know what that is, but just generically speaking, yes, they did take your money. What are you getting for your money? That's what everybody's asking right now.
Guys, if you could do me a personal favor, my daughter is here, and
Scarlett,
she just wants to do something really quickly. So I apologize. I'm going to put myself full screen to let Scarlett do this.
Let's see this. Don't apologize. This is the best part of the show.
This is awesome. Yep.
All right, Scarlett, what do you want to show everybody?
My Labubu's outfits. Here's the first one.
That's incredible.
And then second.
Oh, that's my favorite. Cool. That's my favorite.
Third.
Nice.
And then
these are like costumes? That's cool.
4. Wow.
Yeah, costumes for the Labubus. So that was Scarlett, everybody. Scarlett's going to have a channel someday.
One if you want me to get my own channel.
Yes.
Put comment in the 2 if you want Mike to buy her 3 more Labubus.
Yes.
Shut up. Nobody coming too. I'll come all to your house. Okay. Now, sweetheart, I love you very much. Let me get back to this, okay?
2 in the if Mike needs to buy all the Labubus.
I'm going to be here forever. I'm never going to disappear.
All right. Well, I'm in hell.
Stay golden.
All right. Scarlett, seriously, I got to do this now. Go on, buddy.
Go back and get your brother, and then bring your brother too.
Carl, no. God, no.
And then bring the wife in. Come on. Hey.
Yeah, we need a few F bombs.
Yeah.
Sometimes Justin makes really good points here. Look at this.
Son of a bitch.
John D is iconic just as much as Nostalgia was at games. Nostalgia broke your ALP. And that's an excellent transition because that's the next thing I actually wanted to talk about. Let's move away from iconic. Unless you guys want us to keep talking about it. You can put a 1 in the chat if you want us to keep talking.
What's going on with the halftime show on
They're putting up the ones.
Not know.
What's going on over there?
What is going on over there?
This is Brazil.
Carl, don't show that. Honestly, YouTube's got some kind of weird thing where they'll take down our channel if we show the YouTube game. That's not a joke.
Yeah.
That's not a joke.
Wild.
Oh, it wasn't
Yeah.
a game though.
So, anyways, guys, let me. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh my God. So, anyways,
There
I
we
gotta
go.
put this in theater cinema mode. This week, AtGames put out the new Williams Pinball Volume 4. So we're getting Roadshow. We're also getting Hurricane. And of course, last but not least, we're getting Whitewater. This pinball pack launched this week. It is very difficult, very difficult. This is me streaming and playing very poorly the other night. I did a very late night stream Wednesday night. I can tell you these games kicked my ass. I believe all of these were on the Arcade1Up Williams pinball as well, if I'm not mistaken. Robert and Fox. I know you both had that one.
Robert and Fox are the same guys.
Oh, sorry, Fox or Nostalgia.
I thought you said Robert M. Fox. Like, who's that? Someone has entered the chat. Yeah, it's been a long time. I can't remember if this was on there, actually. Yeah, I didn't download these tables. I don't think anybody's going to be surprised. I didn't download these tables from AtGames because of my stern stance on, not being able to play these games.
Well, we'll talk about
If
that
you're
in just a
locked out.
minute,
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. Foxworth.
No. Let's continue on.
Okay, Nostalgia. I know that you don't have an ALP 4KP. Carl doesn't either. Neither you can download these, but from your previous experience, maybe playing these through FX3 or even on the Arcade1Up machine, what do you think of the games themselves?
I've never played that game before.
You've never played Roadshow?
No, I've never been interested in it. I've always played something different. I've seen it in some of the game or in some of the like the catalogs I've flicked through, but I've never actually picked Roadshow and played it.
Yeah. So I said the exact same thing when I started up. I was like, I am not familiar with these games at all. They've always been accessible to me. I can play them, but I never choose to play them because there's always something that's, these are not at the top of my list for Williams. Like if I'm going to play Williams, I'm going to play Monster Bash. I'm going to play Attack from Mars. I'm going to play Medieval Madness. I'm going to play, Cirque Voltaire, Theater of Magic, some of the new games. Like this, neither of these games would be at the top of my list, but they're still very good additions on the machine. They work well. They sound well. SSF kit works well. So there's that.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear
Very
that.
good.
Excellent. Carry on. Let's
Awesome.
go. Next topic.
Awesome.
Carl,
Woo!
did you play any of these through VPX or have you played these through
Yeah.
Pinball FX3?
I do. And Roadshow, I've just never been a fan of that. It's a difficult table.
Yeah, it is.
I drain more than anything with that thing. But I do play it from time to time. There's certain tables that I just never ever touch. I don't delete them either, but because somebody might like them. But this is one where I'll come back and play and think I'm gonna get a little bit better, and I never get any better. But it is a table I like to have on my table for sure.
So there was a little bit more controversy with AtGames this week. With I know, laugh all you want. No, there
Shocking.
was. So a lot of people have gotten really accustomed to the new way of buying games on the AtGames Legends Pinball 4KP, which is actually buying them directly on the device. However, they weren't able to do that for Williams Pinball Volume 4. For some reason, something got messed up with the server, and they actually had to buy them from the website, bring them over to the machine. I think the issue is resolved now, but just another issue for AtGames. It sucks, man. It feels like AtGames are, they're striking out pretty regularly. They're in a slump right now when it comes to, being able to meet demands of time and satisfying their customers with the quality of their service.
Good take, Mike.
I think it's their customers' fault. That's what
I
I
agree. I agree. That's an even better take.
see.
Yeah, when companies usually take that opinion, it's the customers that are wrong. That company's
Yes.
not going to be around much longer.
I love getting all these emails from AtGames telling me that, hey, listen, we're aware of it. Quit bugging us. Why don't you go do other things? That's what the email actually says.
Yeah, which is definitely not something you should do. I'm going to be honest with you. I am very happy with the AtGames Legends Pinball 4KP. Think it's a great product. Obviously, these issues like what's going on with messes with the firmware, other stuff like that, it's frustrating to me too. I've been noticing an issue with my AtGames Legends Pinball 4KP for the last little while that when I turn it on, now I never know if it's actually going to turn off or not because it gets stuck on the loading screen like forever, and I have no idea what they did to it. But like sometimes I've actually had to power off the machine and then power it back on to get past the loading stick. So I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know who's doing these firmware stuff, but man, it's a fucking nightmare. People being locked out of their machines, like they're just striking out all over the place. And then you hear stuff in the background. They let go a bunch of their employees, like. They've got to a point with virtual pinball where they're really, in terms of what's going on with virtual pinballs, they're the leaders right now outside of like other options like Pinball FXVR and stuff like that. But they have access to every library. They're really the only game in town when it comes to getting a retail virtual pinball machine. And it's terrifying and frightening to think that maybe they're not in a good place right now.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, on one side of the coin, it's good that they have the ability to update and make changes, but it's bad when they make changes that make your purchase, render it useless.
Yeah. So I'm going to go off just a little bit because I wanted to bring up something else, and I hope I can get this back up for you guys because I had this up earlier, but AtGames actually have a pretty big sale coming up pretty soon, and not one of those stupid sales they've been advertising that you don't know if it's really a sale or not a sale, but they've been advertising this sale, AtGames big sale with 50% off Legends HD pinball packs. So are they doing this for the goodness of their heart? But part of me starts wondering, is this a dear God we need money sale?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's possible. I asked that question, but there's another reason why I think they might be doing this, which I hope is the real reason. Carl, what do you think?
I mean, everybody wants money if you're in business, so that's not it. They've been spending a lot of time with the 4K version, so maybe they're trying to spark some sales on their. I would imagine the HD is their biggest base for pinballs, and they're trying to get more, because you can keep the table you have forever and never have to buy any software, right? So this can provoke 50% off is huge on any sale, on any purchase or any item. So to give you 50% off is a good deal if you want to add some more tables to your games to your table.
I don't think that they're really paying attention to industry leaders like Nintendo, where they take the previous console and then make you
make it more expensive.
Yeah. So this should be a 50% increase on the older tables. If they were smart,
why stop at 50%?
You got to be thinking ahead. Yeah.
So one other reason, which I'm wondering, is they are about to release a brand new HDC system that we've already seen. It was leaked thanks to the people at Mystery Encoder and N.I.X Nix. They actually broke that news for us. So there's a brand new Legends HD CE. We assume these HD pinball packs will still work on that machine. Maybe they're doing it in correlation with the release of the new Legends Pinball HD.
That's an idea.
It's possible.
That's definitely possible.
Most likely, yeah.
Oh, it might even be most likely. Yeah. That's right.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Going
It's
from
a strong
possible to
possibility.
it's going to a strong possibility.
I think
it's gaining steam. It's getting there. It's getting there. That's definitely
we're almost
what
there.
they're doing.
We're almost rolling downhill. There we go. What do you think about the backtrack of upgrading the HD platform? You know, instead of pushing forward and maybe making another 4KP variant? What do you think
I
means?
don't think it's a dumb idea at all. I think it's actually a really good idea. Like the whole HD people have been saying, it's bullshit that you're forcing us to buy a 4KP in order to get the Zen tables. Obviously, AtGames as a company isn't trying to punish the people that bought the HD machines by forcing them to upgrade. AtGames, I'm going to say isn't stupid. Some people might disagree with me, but no business is stupid enough to say like, yeah, we're just not going to sell these games to you. If they could figure out some way to make the Zen games work on the original, HD, they would have because they want to sell them. They want to give Zen money and they want to get money themselves. They just couldn't. So I think the reason for doing this is twofold. One is that they can't make the 4KP cheaper. I don't think they can do it cheap enough to interest people at that price point. So it's going to be a premium product. But they also wanted to do an upgrade so people can still buy the Zen packs on an HD table that's maybe less. And I think that's the idea. This is, the discount version of the 4KP, but it'll allow people to get in at a lower price point and still buy all of their library.
I guess I've never tried this. Is the 4KP backwards compatible? Will it play HD tables?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Why don't they just make it backwards compatible? And that will encourage people to bring their library over to the 4KP, like the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 type deal.
We had a conversation about this, and I don't disagree with you, but it's like Zen Studios. Like, why don't, when they release, Pinball FX, why didn't they make it backwards compatible so all your FX3 games could just go over there? They don't.
I think they're probably dealing with hardware limitations, maybe.
Well, maybe AtGames is doing the same thing. They're dealing with hardware limitations on their.
No, I agree. So to promote the 4KP purchase, from people that maybe have a giant catalog of HD games, say, hey, listen, get a new machine, but you can bring all your library over, and you'll also be able to play the new games. Now, that of course, is assuming that you're not going to be locked out of your machine every other day.
Anyways, I said this right from the start. They should have done the exact same thing Zen Studios did. Zen Studios knows, guys, we understand. You already bought all these games on Pinball FX3. So because you did that, if you already own the game on your account from FX3, you're going to be able to purchase it from us for I think it was 30 or 50%. So if AtGames did something like that, that would have been a good workaround for that situation, I think.
Yeah, some kind of a discount, the upgrade. I mean, I don't know. It just depends. The whole digital media is kind of a funky thing. Like Apple, if you buy a movie on Apple, like if you buy one from iTunes, they'll upgrade you to the 4K version. Yeah, when it becomes available. So that's kind of a nice thing, a nice reason to purchase. Now, of course, streaming and all that is it's a little bit a different scenario. But taking some of these lessons learned by other companies and doing that would maybe push people to maybe make the switch, because there's no replacement for displacement. There's no substitute for better hardware, unless they were gonna, I don't know, release a board that would upgrade their existing machines. But I mean, that would never.
James, Jimothy.
Sorry.
They backed out of that one. They were going to do it, but they backed out of that one because they were concerned that too many people will be unable to do the mod, and they were worried about returns on people breaking their machines.
I don't know, man. It's like at some point when you make the switch, when you upgrade, when you announce a successor to your platform, you got to just move on, Yeah, I hate it, but I mean, I think most people are pretty happy with their HD machines, right? They can upgrade the back box, they can do all this other stuff, third party. You don't necessarily have to unless you want those new tables.
Yeah. I don't know. Anybody else got anything to add into that? It's just, I worry about AtGames. I hope things are going well, and I hope they get their shit together, man, because they're in a bit of a slump right now, and they're pissing people off. I don't think it's intentional, but a lot of mistakes. So hopefully they get the sloppy shop cleaned up.
You both definitely have some interesting takes.
What do you mean interesting takes? What's your take then, man? Come on.
I don't have one. I don't
Our
have a
takes are
take.
so interesting. He doesn't have one.
I don't have one. That's why they're so
Touch these
interesting to me.
takes.
That's right.
You can't
I was
take the take.
I was
It's already
giving you a
been taken.
compliment. That's
I was
right.
never given a name. Carl, anything else to add?
Not for that subject.
Carl's like, I'm so done with AtGames. I don't give a shit.
Carl wants to talk about Iconic again.
I don't think he wants to talk about that.
I think you're probably right.
Anyways, another sore subject for Robert Foxworth is Nintendo and the Switch 2.
I know that guy.
Anyways,
complains about everything.
We did get a Nintendo Switch 2 update this week. We have a new game coming to the Switch Online for the N64 library. Forsaken 64. It's actually in the mature section of the N64 library. You know, back in the 90s when everything was mature and extreme, we got Forsaken 64. So either you guys ever play this one?
Nope. I
have
never played
not.
this one.
No.
Yeah, this was not high on my library either. So when they announced it, I wasn't jumping for joy, but it's something I will definitely play. And just like every other first-person shooter in the 90s, it has 4-player multiplayer, which I have no idea how that will perform on the Nintendo Switch Online. But so far, my online experience of playing the classic games has not been stellar.
Oh no.
No. It has not been great. Yeah. So Forsaken 64 came to N64 Switch Online. And I know this one is, okay, Nostalgia, this one's for you. This one is for you. We do have pretty big gaming news this week to go over. And I know you're a fan of this game series. So after a very, very long wait
I know what
in
we're
the
talking
gaming
about.
community,
Oh my goodness.
Bum bum bum.
Hollow Knight Silk Song finally
Silk
came
Song,
out.
baby. I love these games.
Yeah.
I absolutely love these games. The artwork is so awesome. They've done such a good job. The gameplay mechanics are so fluid and excellent. I actually haven't played this yet. This came out yesterday, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I haven't had a chance to play it. I'm definitely going to. This will be one on the moved right to the top of the playlist. Yeah, I don't really know what to say, man. Like, if you've never played any game in this series, you need to play it. Like, they're so good.
What if I've never played any game?
Don't play it then. Don't play it. It's not worth your time.
Any game?
Yeah, if you've never played any game, don't bother. This
Any
is
of
not
the
the one to
games.
start with. You'll just be frustrated.
So Nostalgia has been harassing me about playing Hollow Knight for a very long time. I did buy it on Steam, and of course, like all the other games I buy on Steam, I never played it. So I will tell you, I did download this on Xbox Game Pass. It's available immediately, and started to play it, and I immediately saw the appeal and why you talked about it. It's got a amazing art style. Gameplay is world class. It's definitely, one of those search action, as the hardcore Castlevania fans like to call it, but other people will call it a Metroidvania style game. It's not a roguelike, so don't worry about a changing world. You're in for quite the experience. I think you guys will dig it. And I'm going to go back and play the original now too, Nostalgia. This is the third game in the series, right?
What was the first one called?
Yes.
Hollow Knight.
Yeah,
Hollow
the first
Knight?
one was just Hollow Knight. Yeah.
And so Silk Song is the current one?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the second one called?
I don't know. It's on PlayStation, it's on PSN. I'm going to play it.
No, there's
That's
only
good.
two of them. There's only two of them.
There's just the two?
Hollow Knight and Silk Song. Yeah, there's not a third.
Okay.
There's only two.
So
Sweet.
I will say it's wild that you have all these games coming out like Gears Reloaded, Metal Gear Solid Delta, all these amazing games. And, they've had great releases. Hollow Knight comes out. It broke Steam and the Nintendo Switch Online store. It actually broke them. There was that many people so excited about them.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so good. There was a similar. I think what I was thinking. There's a similar game called Ori. I think it's called like Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game is similar. It's not quite the same, but it's similar. So if you play Hollow Knight and you've not played Ori, give Ori a shot too. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's the same thing I said. Another game I'm not contractually obligated to talk about, but I did get for review. Nostalgia, you're also part of this as well. We're in the Ubisoft Creators Program. I will talk about the Ubisoft, whatever you want to.
Thank you.
I'm going to call it Ubisoft.
Don't do that. That's actually what they say. They're a French company, right? So
what, Ubisoft?
Ubisoft, yeah, because they say it with like a French accent.
Ubi or Ube?
Ubisoft.
Ubi.
1 second.
Come on, Mike. Whenever you're ready.
I'm sorry. I'm just one man here. So I did want to talk about a game I got this past week. Came out, Star Wars Outlaws Gold Edition. Ubisoft were kind enough to actually provide me with a review copy. I started playing it, and one of the things that I saw online was this game's getting like really, really high praise. Digital Foundry actually said it was a ray tracing marvel, and they're pushing this game really hard. Like they are now. I got this game for review. I hear what other people are saying, and I'm mystified by it because I was playing it today, and I'm looking at it, and it reminds me so much of every other Switch port that I got over the years where I buy it, and then I immediately regret it and say, I should have just got the version somewhere else.
Yeah,
because
it's so laggy. Like you've got the game show, and it's super laggy.
Well, this is just the trailer, but I will tell you, for like Digital Foundry is usually rock solid, but even like watching the videos in game, so you know how they have the cutscenes, cinema cutscenes.
Yes.
On the cinema cutscenes, there's weird ghosting, and maybe it's just my TV. I got to try it on a different TV, but when the movie plays, you can actually see the pixels coming out behind it. So it might be just my new OLED TV. I got to try it on a new TV. But that kind of caught me off guard. The other thing that I really hate about it is that whenever Nintendo did this in the past, they took like a PS4 game and tried to put it on the Switch. One of the big tells that this game was ported and not very good, the hair was always terrible. Like once you go from like a very high-end, high-res game, and then you drop it down, one of the first things that goes for some reason is the hair texture gets really shitty. And if you look at this girl's hair in the game, like it looks terrible. So I'm fascinated by the fact that, Digital Foundry is giving this game such high rankings. When I'm playing it and it plays great, I have no issue with that. But like, honestly, like I'm noticing all these problems and I'm like, is it just my copy? Is it just my TV? I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you take it off the TV and just play it handheld, that would give you a good assessment, right?
Justin says it might just be my OLED is ghosting. That's possible.
I think any game that requires a special TV to play it is probably not something I'm willing to get into. Yeah. I think, I don't know. It baffles me that you have this Switch 2 that can't play games that are made for it. It's odd. I don't understand what exactly is going on. If they don't really have a good handle on the Switch 2 as far as making games for it, they don't understand. I mean, programming it, is it that difficult? Is it just? I was under the impression it was more of just a jacked up, boosted version of the Switch. I mean, making games for this platform shouldn't be this difficult, right?
It's a little bit more complicated than I think you're thinking.
Well, then
it's a little bit more complicated.
So this isn't like, well, I'm thinking of platforms built on the same platform as the previous generation, like PS5, PS4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's different architecture in the chipsets, but also the issue with third-party development on the Switch 2 is that unless you were like a massive developer like Ubisoft or Capcom or some of the other big guys, it was much harder to get a dev kit. So without a dev kit, you can't run the games and debug them as the bugs are happening and identify what's going on, get the logs from like the gameplay to fix it. So it's going to take time. I think that we're going to really start seeing Switch 2 hit its stride in terms of like actually maxing out the chip and looking really good for another year, maybe. Yeah, year 2
Maybe
to
2.
3. Something like that.
I do want to confirm to all the people asking, is my TV in game mode? Yes, it's in game mode.
Did you turn the TV on?
Yeah, Mike.
I turned the TV on.
Check for power. If you
Make sure there's
plug it
power.
into the wall. Yep. And
Plug
if
it into the wall. You want
Yeah.
to make sure you do that. That's the first. That's the first thing you want. Make sure it's plugged into the wall.
Yeah.
And
Well, actually,
sometimes-
Justin's got me terrified because I paid $3,000 for this TV not very long ago, and now I'm starting to see if it's HDR. You see blooming. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, Justin had a question mark in his statement. He was asking. He wasn't telling you that it was ghosting. He was asking if it was.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
maybe it's not. I'm pretty sure. Well, how do the other games look on your TV though? It's
Usually
This is
everything
game,
looks
right?
great.
yeah. So it's just this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, you should check to see if it needs to be on channel 3 or channel 4 for the input.
Oh,
Did you
that's
check?
why.
Are you on channel 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
I got to
is it-
spend some more time with it, but so far, like, I don't understand people saying that this game is a technical marvel. Like, it is not by any stretch of the imagination.
You know what,
They're
you know-
cashing those Disney checks. That's what they're doing.
You know, it might be Mike. If you you got to blow in the cartridge. You know, sometimes
Did you blow in the cartridge? You're supposed
if
to
you-
do that sometimes.
That's why. That's
you do
why. I
a little
knew it.
alcohol on a Q-tip to clean. You got to clean that up.
Yeah. So Patrick, who
that
couldn't be bothered to be on the show tonight, not only is in the comments messing around with us, but he's also spoiling wrestling for me, which I was going to watch afterwards.
What's happening with wrestling? Which wrestling?
Oh, big return tonight. Somebody that had been retired for like
Two
10
people are-
years.
AJ Lee.
Smashing into each other on TV.
Yeah, they're just like
Yeah.
two dudes that just like
Just two
oil up
dudes,
and
no
just have
shirts.
some fun.
Just slamming into each other.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
It's like
I thought
relaxing.
you'd be into that.
Yeah, I would be. I'm totally into that.
At your speed.
It's 100%.
All right, guys. So we got a couple more topics, and then we'll let these people go home for the weekend. Let me see what else we got here. X Arcade, Carl, this is something you wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about it too. So the X Arcade pre-order went live for the haptics kit. Carol, do you want to take on this one, and I'll pull it up on the screen?
Yeah, so for the people who have the XRK Arcade 2 TV, whatever that thing is, the VR tank stick, I call it. They came out with they're coming out with a haptic feedback kit that you can add on for $150. That'll help it give you a tilt bob and I believe a plunger, right? I purchased it, so I paid $150 today. It won't come out until the winter. Do you have something to share there?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up.
It's okay. No one's waiting. We got all the time in the world, guys.
Well, you could do something, you know. It's not like
I can't
set
do
up the show,
anything.
got all
I
the
don't have
topics.
access to anything. We've had this conversation. You guys
I don't know what to
talk.
do with my hands.
All right, I'll share my screen.
Just
There you go, Carl.
breathe in.
You got it? Okay, here we go.
That's it.
Share this screen.
Center.
Fox, you could just white girl dance for us. That'll work.
I could. That should do. Oh,
There you go.
look,
There's
here
the
it is.
official
Yeah.
announcement.
Next
I
time.
was trying to find the actual product page, guys. Sorry. Jesus. So,
Yeah,
anyways,
so
this
it's
is
So as an add-on to
Yeah.
people who have the existing, or you can buy as a bundle if you don't yet have the product.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
Looks
intense.
like a
Yeah.
DJ's turntable. Looks good.
Hell yeah. Mad beats, yo.
So it's commercial grade quality. It's adjustable, so it's going to go on those. I don't know if you guys ever seen the XRK stick. It has this platform, it's a very solid base that this thing slides into, and that's going to attach to the top. What else is this thing going to have, Michael B? Let's see.
4 times vibration modules, X-Force haptics, plunger. It's got speakers. It's going to have solenoids.
Yep, so it's going to give you all the equipment to install it because it's going to have all types of wiring for the sound, wiring for the haptics. A PCB, complete wiring harness.
This is interesting.
So what is it going to do? So you get all these doodads. It's going to take your VR, your virtual pinball, and give you haptic feedback and allow you to have a plunger. Because right now, when you play with this this controller, you have to use those red buttons to launch the ball. And so now you're going to have a plunger that works in the virtual world. So when you reach down and grab the real plunger, you'll have it in the VR world. So I'm pretty excited about it. Obviously, I can't talk about experience because I haven't used it yet. It's not yet available. They're taking pre-orders for it. Now the weird thing is there's 2 codes. So when I went to purchase mine, it said, "Hey, sign up for this and get a 10% off." But then there's a 15% off coupon. ATV 15 is the code. The other one's welcome 10, but it was only like a $3 difference. I used the 10% one off, which was welcome 10, and they came up to $155. I just found this other coupon, which was ATV 15. It gave me 15% off. I'm trying to find my webpage, but it came up to like $152. So it increased my shipping to $25 when I got the 15% off, where it was $20 shipping when I got the 10% off. So something's weird there.
You know my favorite thing about this. So Carl, you got to review X Arcade, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. If you go back and look through your emails, you have a code already that you can put out there to generate revenue from this. They would have gave you your own code that you also could have used not only to get a discount on this purchase you made today, but also to get money back to yourself.
Okay. Yeah. I never bothered with that. And again, they would have sent me one for free to review, but I want to support the company because I've always been a fan. I've got plenty of their real arcade coin doors that I've installed in many machines. So I'm a big fan of them. So I didn't want to wait. I told them, I said, "Hey, I ordered it. If you want to get mine in the mail first and I get it, I would talk about it." But I didn't have to get a review unit. This is something $150. That's a meal for me.
Yeah. So a lot of people were really surprised that the price point was so low on this. Like when they first announced it, we were all like, "Yeah, that is awesome." But I mean, if this is anything like the SSF kit for AtGames, it's going to be like $400 or $500. So when the price came out at $150, we were like, "Holy shit." That's awesome.
Question: if you were to connect this in with your VR headset, does it only connect via Bluetooth, or can you connect it in with like a USB cable?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
So if you wanted to connect this to your Quest 3,
yes.
Can you do it with a USB cable so you can hardwire it in, or do you have to use Bluetooth?
Dongle. They provide a dongle.
Oh.
That you have to use.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it's like simplest thing in the world. You plug the dongle in and it just works.
Bluetooth connection.
It's a USB-C dongle. It just plugs into the side and off you go.
Correct.
How's the latency on it?
There is none. It works amazing.
So low latency, whatever, 3.4 gigahertz.
2.4 hertz, more than likely. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, 2.4 is what I meant.
And that dongle has a pass through, so you can actually put another USB-C and actually charge both.
So you can plug in your battery.
And the battery, right?
Gotcha.
You can charge your VR headset and that little dongle. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I've been extremely pleased with this. That's the only way I've been playing pinball is through this. So I'm excited to be able to get these added features added on to it.
All right, Retro Tech, don't leave us waiting.
Michael B is wrong. Okay.
Sometimes I am.
So I just, I take hiatus through the summer, but I did turn my VR on the other day because every time they come out with these new tables, you have to do an update to the software. So I did update the software the other day, but I still haven't played the new tables yet. So I'm looking forward to playing those tables because it is definitely starting to get cold around here.
Do you know that MG actually won a free haptics kit during Arcades Anonymous earlier this week? Now he's asking for a free headset. What a piece of shit, man. What a grimy guy.
Wow. He's an opportunistic guy.
He's just wondering if it only works with headsets that were provided for free.
Hate the game, don't hate the player.
Retro Tex, we're still waiting. What am I wrong about?
Mike.
No, I genuinely want to know. If I said something wrong, let us know.
Half of what you say is wrong.
Yes.
The other half is only 50% right.
I never said the haptics kit connected through Bluetooth. So yeah, controller is currently Bluetooth via dongle. So you're not going to
Hey,
use.
Mike, it's funny. That's just real quick. Is that exactly what you said?
No, it's not. Mike said 2.4 gigahertz, which is an RF signal.
Oh,
that is not the same.
Referring to he was referring to an RF signal. Okay, so he was wrong. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Bluetooth. But with the haptics kit, I thought there was a version 2 dongle. So are you saying we don't need the dongle anymore? We've got a...
Mike, you'll definitely need to play with your dongle.
Well, you still gonna need the dongle in order to play the game. So this kit comes with, this is a haptic kit. So it comes with the flipper solenoids, the shaker motor, a realistic plunger, a nudge sensor. And that's what it comes with. It comes with everything to install it.
Version 2 dongle allows for power pass-through. Then what are you talking about for physical connection? If the version 2 dongle...
I think we need to spend another good 45 minutes just getting to the bottom of this right now. How is Mike wrong? And tell us in excruciating detail.
Yes, he asked how he connected his Quest, and we answered that. I wasn't wrong.
I think Mike said a dongle, but there's some pertinent information that you left out intentionally because you're diabolical.
Oh, I understand now. Thank you, everybody. So there's 2 connections. One is the dongle for the controller, and the other one is a 3.5 millimeter jack that plugs into the haptics.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You were so wrong.
Mike, goddamn it! You should get your facts straight before you come on a live stream and embarrass the rest of us.
Just willy-nilly, just throwing information around. People could get hurt. Okay,
what are you doing? I pride myself on only putting out accurate information,
the most accurate,
verifiably accurate,
the most
information.
Truthful, the truthest of truths.
Yeah, and you come up on here, you give false information. We've got like 30 people watching our live stream.
They're all misled.
No. We have 154. It's not like when you tried to live stream.
When I tried to live stream, listen, I don't do the live streams for exactly that reason. I did one live stream, got 12 people to watch, and I was like, okay, this is clearly not a good look for me. So now I just make YouTube shorts.
Anyways, guys, 3.5 millimeter jack is required for the haptics kit, Nostalgia. I'm sorry. I thought you were asking how to connect the meta to the actual controller. So I apologize.
That is what I was asking.
Well, that's just the dongle, but like with the haptic kit, you need the additional 3.5 millimeter jack,
which is a hardwire connection to your headset.
Right. Yeah.
So you are still connecting hardwire to your headset with the haptics.
Before the haptics kit, you didn't need to, but now with the haptics kit, you do.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, but does the VCR and the TV need to be on channel 3?
No, the VCR actually has to be set to video 1. The TV has to be on channel 3.
On the channel you're watching, but how do you? So what are you recording then? If you do that,
well, you
recording
have to
channel 3.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
but you won't get a clear picture unless you adjust the antennas.
Gotcha. I'm using an RF adapter. Is that a good call or no?
That'll be. You guys are some bellheads. Anyways, Carl, thank you for bringing up the X Arcade. We've got some friends here in the community that actually do have connections with X Arcade. Some of the guys from Arcades Anonymous and our buddy James Hates Everything. I don't know if Jason's here or not still, but Jason, if you want to throw one of their commission accounts up there, I think the discount might be a little bit better than the 10% discount. So, you can get a discount on this, plus support some of the great people in the community. So check out Chaotic BPR definitely has one. James Hates Everything has one. Get a discount on this pack. Support some other people. Do that cool stuff. And if Carl ever figures out what his discount code is, we'll support him too.
I think the next iteration of this, the evolutionary track that they're on right now, is they need to make a racing seat with haptics in the racing seat. So when you race VR, you get the feedback in the seat.
That would be an interesting development. That's excellent.
That's
Fox,
the next
do you work for them too?
Well, it's funny you ask.
There is one other thing I did want to talk about with this. So this is a pretty innovative process. Like you're just taking the machine apart, putting them in. There is one very evasive thing that you have to do, is that there is no space for the plunger. So in order to actually install the plunger, you're given drilling instructions, actual I think it's what's the term? It's stencil template. And you're actually given a drill bit to actually drill into your plastic cover to allow for the installation of the plunger. I think some people, I know I talked to Zim, some other people, a little apprehensive about actually drilling into the machine. What do you guys think of that?
I think
No, I do it all the
give
time.
you
It's totally fine.
instructions and they give you all the tools, so you don't have to try to locate these things. I think most of us are modders in some type of way, so this just falls into place.
Yeah, I think the target demographic of people who are purchasing this kit, if they're able to run the electrical and connect things, they can probably use a hand drill to just drill a tiny little hole with a stencil. So
Right.
All right, guys. So that is it for X-Arcade. Anything else you want to mention, Carl? Did you find your discount code?
No, I'm not going to.
I did have a question about it, actually. So if you wanted to connect that to your MetaQuest 3, do you connect that with a hard wire, or is it like wireless through Bluetooth? How do you connect it?
There's a dongle.
This time, accurate information, Mike.
There's a dongle just to connect to the controller.
But is it Bluetooth or like different tech? Like, how does it connect?
I assumed it was just 2.4 hertz, but apparently it's a Bluetooth dongle. So Bluetooth dongle. And then with the installation of the haptic feedback, you also have to connect a 3.5 millimeter jack.
And that dongle is locked to that control box.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Lose that,
you're fucked.
You got to order, buy another one from them.
And just like the Tower of Power that Sega put together, everything requires its own AC adapter. So they also make this cool like power strip, so everything can.
No, one thing.
Even
one
the
thing.
Dongle needs its own power source.
One thing.
Or they make a backpack battery.
That's right.
Kit. That's really
That's
cool.
right.
One thing to add to this new kit comes with a version 2 dongle. Yeah.
I'm still unclear what the difference is between the version 1 dongle and the version 2
The TV
dongle.
has to be on channel 3.
That makes a lot more sense.
That's
Got
what
it.
that was the piece that was missing.
Enough said. Carry on. Let's go on with the next topic.
Let's go.
Oh dear God! Will it ever end? Will
Probably
it ever
not.
end?
It will probably never end.
And they say the
everything.
new dongle has a improved headset strap support, whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Obviously, the new one was, or the old one was having a problem with people with their.
Yeah, it was underwire. That bothered some people. So that's gotta get rid of that wire.
All right. So the one thing we didn't talk about, we can skip everything else to get through to the end, was a little bit of Arcade1Up news for you guys. You know what we like to? We like to pump it up when we're talking about what's up with Arcade1Up. Good. Good.
Finally.
Idiot. You know, he got off because he refuses to talk about Arcade1Up because he's still sour that when he reached out.
Idiot! Oh, what a loser! Good. Good.
He's still sour that when he reached out and asked David McIntosh for review cabs, David McIntosh ghosted him and wouldn't talk to him. So he just refuses to talk about it, I guess. Sure.
Well, David McIntosh, to be fair, did the same thing to me, but in like real life, like
in person.
I walked up to him and said hi, and he just turned around and walked away.
Wow, are you serious?
So no, I'm just kidding. He loves me. Big bear hug. We're best friends.
All right, so Arcade1Up, there's port data coming in. Arcade1Up Neon is upon us. What do we think the neon cabs are? Do we even care? I put a poll up in the chat earlier today. I'm going to see if I can find it here now for you guys. So put a poll up asking, will you ever buy another Pac-Man cab from Arcade1Up? And I'm interested to find out what the results actually are. So let me just get the show up here and see how that poll's doing. There we go. 161 votes.
Is
And
the
I'm not seeing
uniform- is the
results.
Don't spoil the results yet. Just don't. Let's get in the poll.
Hey Robert, is the Unico cabinet? What did Michael B say was on the port? I just said it. Neon.
Pac-Man Neon.
The Pac-Man Neon.
No, yeah, it's the Unico cabinet Neon.
Is the Unico cabinet Neon?
Yes. Does it have
No.
neon lights?
Oh no. I don't have one.
Okay.
I'm not affiliated with Unico in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Sure.
What?
Sure.
I don't have any of their well, take that back. I do have those sweet handhelds. Mike knows what I'm talking about, don't you, Mike? Those
Yeah, sure.
pockets.
Okay, so I
Colors.
do have the poll results. We put it up 2 hours ago, 163 votes. Will you ever buy another Pac-Man from Arcade1Up? Last place vote is yes. 7% of the voters say yes, they will buy another Pac-Man from Arcade1Up. The second last is 12% with I'm done with Arcade1Up altogether. I'm just done with their cabs. Then coming in third place, depends on the design, 20%, and leading by a large margin at 61% was a straight no. Nobody wants to buy another Pac-Man cab from Arcade1Up.
I'm just disappointed that there wasn't. I know you can't, YouTube only gives you 4 options, but if you had a 5th option, I would have liked you to put in the option of yes, and I'll at least, like yes, 2+. I've got 2 more in me. I'll buy 2 more Pac-Man cabs for sure. The next 2, whatever they are. But after that, sketchy.
I always find it funny when, just 1 second here, guys. Stop screen.
Now, I have never purchased a Arcade1Up 3/4 scale Pac-Man cabinet yet to date.
Never?
I still have not.
Did you get the XL?
No, I would, if they put the right games together. I have a countercade Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah.
So that's the only Pac-Man that I have from Arcade1Up. But I wouldn't mind having a 3/4. They just haven't made the cabinet that made me say.
Well, just give them time. They're going to come out with 873 different styles for you to choose from.
Yeah, so I always have an option.
You'll have options, and that's the big takeaway. Options, and that's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
Options.
So we're waiting with bated breath for this Pac-Man cab to be announced by Arcade1Up. They just announced Terminator 2. They announced the Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man head-to-head. They announced the Mossy Oak. So this is the next one. They're making a Pac-and-Pal and a Pac-Man Neon cab. We have no idea what it is, but James put together this AI rendered image based off a concept that came from some kind of pixel, Pixel, what are they called? The actual Namco Pixel Burst, or what are they?
Pixel Vomit is what they call it.
Yeah, well, anyways, James put this together as an idea of what this Pac-Man Neon could be. We obviously think this has something to do with the anniversary that, we've already seen what My Arcade was doing with their specially designed one. Is there a demand for this? Obviously not necessarily from our community, but maybe Pac-Man fans themselves would be interested.
I'm really happy for Pac-Man fans. I mean, people that are fanatical about Pac-Man. Yeah. I mean, I God love them, right? They could build a sweet Pac-Man collection today with just all the variants out there. So those people they've got to be happy, right? This could be cool. Another like it's like comic book collectors who like variant covers of the same book, the same story. All cuts are exactly the same, but the cover's different, and that's where this comes in.
Yeah, if this cabinet reacted with black light, man, this would be awesome.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the magic that needs to happen right now, and that's a great way to just make this cabinet stand out from the other 873 Pac-Man cabinets that are out there.
I think there's 3 things that are certain in home arcade. As long as Arcade1Up will be alive, there's death, taxes, and Arcade1Up is going to release Pac-Man cabs. So I think we're past the point where we get disappointed that they announce a Pac-Man at this point.
Right.
I think I think we knew they were going to do something special for the anniversary. This is it. We don't know if it's going to be something along this line where they use some kind of special neon side plate, or if it's going to be like the Pac-Man Plus they released last year that has a neon glow underneath. We'll have to see. I mean, this is not a cab I'm going to buy. I still have my Pac-Man XL. I see absolutely no need to buy another Pac-Man cab personally. But maybe it's something out there in the community. Someone wants a special Pac-Man cab with some kind of lighting effects or, some kind of, like you said, black light. Maybe that's something that the community could be interested in. I think FedHog 13 probably has the right answer. Make it an XL and people will buy it.
Mm.
Yeah,
I think this is
like
be...
this concept here. If they made this one XL, I think I would be interested.
Interesting. Nostalgia, any thoughts?
I like the artwork actually quite a bit.
Now, this is not real. This is an AI image James put together.
This is all fake.
With the 40th anniversary poster. This is just designed for shiggles and what it could possibly be.
I wish
if in the market. I don't know. I like the artwork that's displayed in this image here, whether it's AI or not.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a slim Katie, right, Mike? I mean, is that what you're thinking?
I mean, Arcade1Up is never going to make another cab that has sensible proportions ever again.
Right. Well, that's good, and that's something that you can feel good about when you make your next Pac-Man purchase.
That's right, Mike.
So,
well,
I'm just gonna call it a show.
Yeah, let's do it. That's it.
It's a crowning achievement. I mean, Arcade1Up, the big takeaway from the whole company, from the 6 or 7 year run here, is that they've managed to make arcade fanatics, the community, hate Pac-Man.
Yeah, the #1 game of all time, and we're at the point where everybody's just like,
everyone hates it.
I'm trying to understand why we have this on the screen if it's not real. I think I've missed something. What is the purpose of showing?
It's inspired by actual events. Okay. All right.
It's a visual aid, nostalgia.
For what though?
Help me
understand.
It's like when your wife finally agrees to have sex with you, she needs to picture somebody else to get through the act. She needs a visual aid. It makes the whole process better for her.
Gotcha. That's why
so
she always
that's
wants
what the
the
bag
lights
over
off.
my head has been this whole time.
That's right.
Okay. We're gonna have to talk.
Still, I'm trying to understand why. Like, what are we doing with this image here?
So there's port data to show that Arcade1Up have new cabs coming, Pac-Man Plus and Pac-Man, and the takeaway is they're very specifically identified as neon. So this is a concept that someone in the community drew up because we're trying to picture in our heads what this neon could be, what the meaning of the neon is.
Oh man, you guys are going for like a Hail Mary on this. I see. Okay, I get it. So this is just like land of make believe and fiction. Got it.
Well,
yes.
This is one basket. Okay, and now all the eggs have been placed into it.
Okay, understood.
That's
we're in the business of just setting people up for disappointment. I got you.
Yeah. Yes, that's my I mean, that's the purpose of the show.
Concept drawing.
And then 3 weeks from now, when we see the actual cabinet that gets released, everyone's going to be on the internet screaming about how it doesn't look as good as the render that was leaked several weeks ago. When in reality,
we said right from the beginning this wasn't the official picture.
Well, but then that's how you know you did your job.
Yeah,
got it. Okay, cool. Well, I'm looking forward to talking about this again in 3 weeks. This will be wonderful.
Or tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah, it could be tomorrow too. This is great.
What did you want to talk about? You complained about the topics that I put up there. What amazing news did you think people wanted to hear about, or gave a shit about that your thoughts went through your head?
Well, I guess if you're going to ask me, we could talk about lots of cool stuff.
Shoot.
I don't have anything, man.
I know.
I got nothing.
You're complaining for the sake of complaining, you fucking edgelord.
I don't know nothing. Whatever. It's fine. It's all fine. It's fine.
I think we're just talking about the stupidity. Like we knew they were going to do something to honor the 45th anniversary of Pac-Man. I mean, My Arcade's doing something. I actually think what My Arcade's doing, even though I'm, more of I want to see the original arcade, I like their design. If you give me a minute, guys, I'll try to bring it up for you, and we can talk about the My Arcade one really quickly for a minute. But I think the My Arcade one is actually pretty rad looking.
Let's look at it. Come on, Mike, pull it up.
Have you guys seen it?
No, I also don't have any better ideas to talk about. So let's.
You mean the Game Station Go?
No.
What are you talking about?
I just threw a 45-yard touchdown.
Carl's watching the football. So here it is here. This is actually, I'm going to take that down. I'm very good at computers. Very good.
We know.
So here is what they are doing. And this is their side art for their 45th anniversary Pac-Man. And I can't remember the name of this, the Mighty Player, which is going to be their version of the Countercade with a 16:9 horrible screen on it.
That looks like a throw-up machine.
I thought you said you liked this.
I do. I don't know what to
What's
tell you.
wrong with
I know.
This is like a Happy Meal toy. What is wrong with you?
Horrible.
This looks like ass and cancer. What are you doing?
Ass and cancer.
It's horrible.
It's not a winning combination, Fox.
No, this is not good at all. This is go unnecessary wings on the side. Why did they do that?
No. I'm not talking about the design of the cabinet. Obviously, my arcade.
So if we
cabinet's
close
all
our
good
eyes.
shit. No, I'm talking about the artwork, specifically about the artwork. I think that it's
so the marquee is gold. That's the best. It is so good, that design there. They literally wrote like Pac-Man in italics
you're both
Arial font, and they just put in the four ghosts.
The color that's burning my eyes right now. No, it's not. This is not good in any way at all.
Is that said waka 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 on the side?
That's correct.
Everywhere.
It says waka waka.
Everywhere. It says waka waka. Yeah. This is I mean, God, man, why couldn't they bezel it?
Right.
How much extra plastic would that have been to just bezel it 4-3?
All right, Retro Tech X, I got to give you a little bit of a warning here. Every time you write a comment, you add all these extra dots. You're going to wear out your dot button on your keyboard, man. Come on.
He's not wrong, dude. He's not wrong. You brought this up. I actually heard that there was a leak for a different cabinet that just came out or is coming out. Some sort of neon Pac-Man Arcade1Up.
Fucking.
I think. Have you guys heard of that?
You know what? I think I did. Did you want to talk about that?
I kind of want to talk about that. It's kind of interesting. I think that people who haven't seen it, who don't live on the internet like we do, it'd be a good idea to pass it along, because maybe it might be something they'd be interested in.
We should have talked about that tonight. That would have been like a really cool topic to discuss.
And what would really be nice too if they could get like a black light.
I think MG. I think MG has nailed this. The reason Fox is shitting on this is because he can't shill people into buying a 26-inch Unico monitor for it.
That's correct. That's accurate.
That is super accurate.
A good 99%. He's right there.
So, anyways, we don't know, but I will say take a look at what obviously Namco approved for the 45th anniversary for the Mighty Player. And then that will give you a good indication of maybe what Arcade1Up is doing with this specialty Pac-Man 45th anniversary neon cabinet. I hope it looks good. I hope it looks interesting, and I'm glad to see Arcade1Up releasing more stuff. But I mean, I don't think it really matters. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to buy it.
No, I'm not buying any of this.
I really like the new design. Like, they did a good job with that neon design, so I might be interested in that one.
James can sell you the artwork that he designed if that'll make it happen.
I don't want anything that James designed.
For the My Arcade version?
I like that. That's a good idea. Make that bad boy
glow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, guys.
AtGames yet?
Yes, we talked about AtGames.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Damn,
we did.
It sucks.
What do we talk about AtGames?
That's some good things to say about
now
that.
It's time to say goodbye to all my family.
Yeah, that's enough of this bullshit. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. We apologize. Dubs wasn't here. We tried to do our best. Sorry for all the bullshit.
Why?
Why?
Because we
Because
love
we like you.
All right. Well, anyways,
USC.
Carol,
Well, I just did it.
Mike, they are singing. Show some goddamn respect.
Yeah, we just closed it out. Now
We were collaborating,
what?
harmonizing.
Yeah, me and Fox.
And
had it.
Philly was back again.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you spending your time at the Funhouse here, like we do every Friday night, except for when we don't. We appreciate you. We love you. And until next time, we'll see you on the web. Boom, 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 bam.
This is the worst show we ever did.
So funny.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty
This
low
is the
bar.
worst
is-
show we ever did.
I
Absolutely without a
assume most of the responsibility.
Oh my god, it was awful. This
About
is
75%.
everybody was terrible. Especially you, Carol.
Yeah.
You were the worst.
Oh,
He was
I'm always
pretty
the
pretty
worst.
bad.
I love it. That's what I show up for.